Mes amis, aujourd'hui, information vitale. Une virologue chinoise dit toute la vérité.
Our special series, The China Threat, with a Chinese virologist. She is coming out of hiding to talk to us today. Dr. Li Mengyan accuses Beijing of knowing about COVID-19 before it became a pandemic and suppressing vital information about the virus. We now welcome Dr. Yan.
Hi, nice to meet you. Thank you for having me.
Doctor, so two questions for you. One, are you in fear for your safety because you're speaking out? And number two, when do you think China actually knew about the virus and its potential concern for the rest of the world?
Okay, so for the first question, now I'm not afraid of anything because since the time I tried to tell the truth to the world back to 17 January this year, I already know that Chinese Communist Party will try their best to make me disappear, keep me silent. But what I try to do is just to deliver more message, reveal more truth about the COVID-19 things to the world until the last moment. And now I'm in US, I'm going to tell all the things to the world in English, not only in Chinese. I'm not afraid to them at all because even I'm afraid, I still cannot be helpful. And also for the second question is, yes, they know quite a lot, more than you thought, more than we thought. Because from the even back to the early beginning, they already know that this is human-to-human transmission, new type of the virus happened in Wuhan, and it's not come from the Wuhan Huanan seafood market. It's not from the nature origins, not come from bat, not come from pangolin, not come from different type of animals. Actually, they had the genome sequence even back to December. I mean, this is when the outbreak already happened in Wuhan. And still they try to hide the truth and to let the people get infected, even the medical doctors, without any protection. And then they don't inform the world. So even WHO at that time has to reach to secret source, I mean me, be representative of the WHO reference lab in the University of Hong Kong to do the secret investigation to know what exactly happened in Wuhan. And also, this virus actually is the lab modified one based on the PLA discovered and owned Zhoushan bat coronavirus. There are a lot of evidence even left in the viral genome. It's like the human's fingerprint. If you check it, you will see the problem. But the China government tried their best to collaborate with WHO, with many experts, top experts, including my universities in Hong Kong's top coronavirus expert, to hide this truth and to drive people's attention to fabricated Shizhengli's RATG13 bat virus and later the pangolin virus. And also they try to tell world that this is something you can cure them with the new vaccine, but there is no useful drug for maybe prevention and early stage treatment, which we know hydroxychloroquine now can be used to do such function. But they try their best to stop people to know this drug and even spread the rumors about the reputation of this long-term safe drug. So there are many things. I cannot finish all these stories within one interview.
Dr. Yan, are you saying that the World Health Organization hopes that the world doesn't know that hydroxychloroquine could actually help people?
Yeah, I think not only WHO. I mean the medical doctors or the scientists, if they want to know whether this drug will be useful for prevention and also early stage treatment, they can go through those articles and textbook and also check even the website of WHO. They have the 20 years history that safe drug list for even children. I mean, hydroxychloroquine is listed there. And this is a drug has 70 years history, which was shown to be useful to anti-malaria or prevent malaria and also anti-autoimmune disease, which share some similar mechanism to anti-SARS-CoV-2. And it was safe for pregnant and children if you use it under the doctor's instruction and do some routine review for retina or monitor your heart problem, which is very, very rare. If you take it, it will be more safe than you take some, even the painkiller you can get in the pharmacy.
Dr. Yang, two questions. I just want to make sure I heard you right. Did you say unequivocally that it didn't get caused, that this did not stem from a bat, but it definitely came from a lab, number one? Number two, have you been in touch with the U.S. government, and if so, what agencies?
Okay, yes. This is lab-modified virus based on the Chinese Military Institute discovered some bad coronavirus. They called it ZC45 and ZXC21. This sequence are exposed in 2017 to 2018. You can check the sequence from NIH Gene Bank database. And the second thing is, since the moment I reached to U.S., I was testified by FBI for several times, even with their top scientists about this story. And another thing is many other people from government has reached to me, and it's not. Maybe it's not good for me to tell the names at this moment, but I think later.
No, just not the names, just the agency. So is it the CIA, the State Department? Which agencies or departments?
Homeland people know me since I was in the airport. Yeah.
And what has their response been?
So when I reached Los Angeles airport, and I have several hours transfer to New York at that time. So basically, the customer office stopped me, and I told them my story, and then they bring the FBI people and also later the Homeland staffs. They come to cross-verify my evidence and listen to the story I told them about why I have to come to U.S. and what I'm going to do in U.S. And also, I introduced them hydroxychloroquine and also the other things. So they finally, after the talking and checking my evidence, although these are just a part of that because the time is not long enough, just several hours not long enough for me to tell all the story. But then they let me go and also protect me to go to checking.
Have you talked to the CDC, the FDA, any of the health agencies in the United States or the Health and Human Services? Have you talked to the medical and health agencies in the U.S.?
Not people from these authorities, because I came from the WHO reference lab for influenza and also new coronavirus in Hong Kong. And my supervisors, Prof. Liu Peng and also Prof. Malik Paris, they're both the top coronavirus virologists in the world. And from their response and their behavior in the pandemic, I know I cannot trust these people, and then they will sell me to Chinese Communist Party government. And I also know there are quite a lot of connection among even the high-level people in scientific world, in the authorities in U.S. and other countries. So I also can check the evidence, see how those people respond to support the nature origin theory of SARS-CoV-2 virus. And then I know which side they are on. I don't trust the people who support this theory because as experts, definitely they can see the problem among these things Chinese government want the people to believe.
Well, Dr. Yang, I want to thank you for sharing your story with us. I want to wish you continued safety, and thank you for sharing your story with us.
Thank you, Sean.
Merci beaucoup, Dr. Yang, d'avoir ouvert votre bouche pour que la vérité soit connue de tous. Oui, mes abonnés, mes amis de la page, le professeur Raoult a raison depuis le début, et voici encore une preuve.